Hi, this is BrickGamer73 and welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry I haven't been on YouTube for quite a bit. Basically the kids have been off school, so I've been looking after them. I went away for a bit, so I couldn't make any content then, and I've just been finding it hard to sort of squeeze everything in, if you like, finding time to make YouTube videos. So I've had a lot on at the moment. But you know, the kids are going back to school soon, and I've just got this little opportunity here today to do a bit of a vlog or a little bit of an update. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I've been playing and go through a couple of game pickups really that I've managed to pick up over the last probably the last week or so, the last fortnight maybe. So as far as what games I've been playing, I'm still kind of fighting my way through Zombie Army Trilogy on the PS4, which is basically Sniper Elite with zombies. Having a lot of fun with that. It's a great game. I've also been playing Red Faction Armageddon, which is a game that I picked up a long time ago on PS3, and it's been sat on the shelf for ages, but I've always meant to go back and play it. I got it on Steam ages ago when it came out. Played a bit of it, really enjoyed it, but never finished it. But I actually managed to go back and finish it, and it's great when you finally get round to getting your head into a game and actually committing yourself to it and actually finishing it properly. And that's one of these games that was just like went by the wayside when it came out. A lot of people didn't like it because it wasn't open world, but I actually think it's a really good game, and I actually prefer it to Red Faction Guerrilla, which a lot of people preferred. But I think Armageddon's a much better game. So yeah, I've been playing that, and I finished that off the other night. I also finished off Dying Light, which I've been playing over the last month or so. Another game that was great. It was a little bit too much like Dead Island in some ways, but I still had a lot of fun with it and really enjoyed it. And I've been dipping in and out quite a few retro stuff. I've been playing a bit of Soul Reaver on the PS1. And some other stuff, which I'm not going to say now. I'll mention it when, because some of it is in these pickups that I've got. So I'm going to go through some of the pickups that I've managed to get in the last fortnight or so. Like I say, excuse me, just going to have a little bit of a drink. A bit thirsty. And yeah, this is just stuff I've managed to pick up over the last fortnight or so when I went away. So the first one I'll do is one that I went to my dad yesterday. I know my dad will be watching this, so hello Dad. And he gave me a game that he didn't want. He said trade it in, but I've never played it, so I thought I'd give it a go. And it's a game that I played a demo of many years ago, and that is Lost Planet on the old 360. So I've never played this game. I played the demo of it when the 360 first came out many years ago. I quite liked the demo, but he did say that it was rock hard. So I'm going to give this a go. It's a Capcom game, so yeah. So thanks Dad for giving me that. Well, I went to see my dad as well yesterday. I also went to see my good friend Space Raptor over at Space Raptor Gaming. You can check out his channel. He's put a great... I've got to say this because he's talking about me, and he's put this great video up bigging me up on it because I took him a little present yesterday. I won't let into it what that is. I'll let you watch his video. I'll put a link to his video down below. I took him a little present over and he was made up with it, and I'm sure he's going to have a lot of fun with that. So yeah, but I'll put his video in the link below and you can watch his video. But I went over to his house yesterday and I took my little boy over, and he was playing a game over there. Space Raptor's got 3 little boys there, around the same age, or not much really, than my little boy. And they all sat down, they were playing this game, and they loved it. And it's a game that I've been umming and ahhing about getting for a while. But after seeing them playing it yesterday, and seeing how much fun they were having with it, and to be quite honest, it just looks really good, and I wanted to have a go on it. I know it's a game that most people have already got and played, but I haven't picked it up yet. And that is Mario Kart 8. And as we speak, I think my little boy's tucked away in his bedroom next door playing on this game. He did have Mario Kart 7 on the DS. We got him that for Christmas and he loves it. He hasn't stopped playing it since we got it. Every time we go out in the car, he's on it. He's playing Mario Kart. But he really wanted this one when he saw it, and then when he played it yesterday, he was just totally sold. So I actually went out this morning with my stepson to trade in some games, and I had a game I wanted to trade in, and I was quite lucky because I traded the game in, and I only needed to add £1 to that game to buy this game. So I picked this up, and when I finally get him to bed tonight and he's all tucked up in bed, I'm gonna have a cheeky go on it myself because it looks like a lot of fun, this game. So yeah, Mario Kart 8, and it kind of fitting. I'm actually wearing a Mario Kart 8 t-shirt, so great. The next game I picked up, also from a little boy and also on the Wii U, was Batman. I probably shouldn't say this to my little boy because it's the 16, but he played the other one to death and loved it, and I got him Batman Arkham Origins. So yeah, I love the Batman games. A lot of people didn't like Arkham Origins. I really, really enjoyed it. I played it on the PC. I mean, I essentially bought this for him, really. And I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it, and I thought it was a great game. But for some reason, a lot of people didn't like it. But no, I didn't have a problem with it at all. I thought it was every bit as good as Arkham City. It was slightly buggy when it came out, but that was they patched that, so that wasn't an issue. The only thing that's disappointing about the Wii U version is there's none of the DLC on it, and you can't even buy the DLC on it on the Wii U, which is a little bit disappointing. But yeah, we got this brand new, and it was like £7, and it was sealed, so you know, bargain. Like I said, I went away as well. Excuse me, just gonna have another drink. Getting a little bit thirsty. Yeah, like I said, we went away over the Easter holidays just for a couple of days. We actually went to York and had a great time there. And I managed to pick up one game there while I was there, actually. And it was actually a PSP game. I thought there'd be a lot more there, but it'd be in a big city, but there really wasn't. So, and this is a PSP release title, but excuse me, it was only like £1 or something. And I just picked it up because the box looked interesting. It was like an RPG, and it's Untold Legends Brotherhood of the Blade. And I do believe that there's quite a few of these games, actually. I think there's about 3 different ones. I think there's another PSP one, and I believe there's a PS3 game as well. So, yeah, it's kind of a Baldur's Gate top-down fantasy RPG, but what I played of it, it's a lot of fun, and yeah, what I played, I've only had a quick sort of dip in and out of it, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. So the other games I managed to pick up on the PSP, I picked up 2 more games, and these are 2 games that I've been after a while because I've been told they're very good, but they weren't at the right price point, and then I saw them together somewhere, and they were pretty cheap. I think they were about £1.50 each, and I know one of them goes for about £8 or £9. So the first one is Coded Arms, which is like a first-person shooter. I'll try and put some footage up of this as I'm talking, but this is a great game. Really a lot of fun. Great graphics as well for a PSP title. Really good graphics. And I also managed to pick up Contagion. Now this one is I think this goes for about a tenner or £10-15 on on eBay. I got it for £1. They were actually together, and I like I said, I've been waiting to get these, but even in CX and places, this was going for about £8. So I saw them together and picked them up. So I was made up with them. So really good games. I haven't played this one yet. I'm sort of still in the middle of this one, but this is one of the games I've been playing in the last couple of days. Also picked up a couple of PS2 titles, PlayStation 2 titles. Now, I'll just put them down here. Now this game, right, I didn't pick this game up. This is a game I picked up on an earlier video that was on my old channel. But I'm going to show you this anyway because I picked this game up about 6 or 7 months ago, and it wasn't that great. But it was okay. It's okay, but it's not great. It's not great, but it's a decent kind of license, and it's Knight Rider. Well, I went to a shop the other day, and lo and behold, they had Knight Rider 2, and I didn't even know there was a Knight Rider 2 game. And it's made by the same company. So, of course, if I've got one, I've got to pick the other one up. So, yeah, Knight Rider 2, and I was playing a bit of this, and this is actually quite good. This is much better than the first one, especially the handling on this one. Because the handling on the first one is a bit of a dog, to be honest. But, yeah, this is pretty good, and it's graphically pretty good as well for a PS2 game. It's not too bad, it's not too shabby. So it's just nice to have the both of them, have the complete set. Not that I'm like the world's biggest Knight Rider fan, because I wasn't. But, you know, it's just interesting. It's just like an interesting sort of set of games to have. Another game we picked up was Sonic game. Now, I also use it the Sonic. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. The Sonic Plus collection or something. It's behind me here somewhere, which has got all the collection on. It's got about 8 on it, and I've seen that around loads of times, but I hadn't seen this game before. And the Sonic Plus or whatever it's called collection, I see all the time in charity shops and everything, but I've never seen this game. And this was 50p this game. I picked it up, and it's Sonic Gems. And what this is, it's another Sonic collection, but this has got the Sonic CD. It's got Sonic Fighters on it, and Sonic Army, and none of these games were on the other one. And yeah, Sonic Drift, Sonic Spinball, Tails Sky Patrol, and Tails Adventures. So you know, there's a lot of stuff on this that I didn't have on the other Sonic games, and I was always a bit more of a Sonic fan than I was a Mario fan, to be honest. So obviously not so much these days, but yeah, it's just great because I didn't even know this existed. So it was really good, and it's in really good condition as well. It's got a manual. It's like it was practically brand new. So yeah, I was happy to get that. And two more sorts of. So I'm gonna have another drink. I'm not used to talking this much. Two more games I got on the PlayStation 2 were two Star Trek games, and I saw these in some charity shops. I had a bit of me and my wife went on a bit of a charity shop run. Well, she went shopping and I went on a charity shop run, and picked up two Star Trek games. And the first one was Star Trek Shattered Universe, which has actually got a really interesting story to it. It's kind of who plays the captain in it? It's not Kirk who's the captain. It's one of the others. I think it's Mr. Zulu who plays the captain in this game. Or is it Mr. Zulu? I think it's Mr. Zulu. I might be wrong, so don't quote me on that. And it's like it's kind of a injustice kind of story where the Enterprise or whatever ship you're on flies into like a wormhole and comes out in a parallel universe where Mr. Chekhov is like an evil captain and he's trying to blow you away, and it's kind of along the lines of Star Wars Starfighter, that kind of game, but graphically it's really good. And I thought this game would suck, to be honest, but it doesn't. It's pretty entertaining. I was quite into it, so this is a really good game. And like I said, I think it only cost me something like 25p or 50p. It was just on a table outside a charity shop, so I was made up with that. And it's almost like it was destiny. In the same area of shops, a couple of shops later, I managed to pick up Star Trek Encounters, which is a kind of really interesting. This is a hard game to explain because it's not like a Starfighter game in any sense of the word. You are piloting the ship, but the view is kind of top down. It almost looks a bit. If anyone ever played Homeworld on the PC, it's kind of similar viewpoint to that, but again, the gameplay is not like that because it's not a point and clicky thing. You actually do control the ship. It's hard to explain. You just have to see it. I mean, you can obviously just look up a video on YouTube and put in Star Trek Encounters and have a look at the gameplay. But this is pretty good. I did a couple of levels on this. It's quite hard though. It's quite hard in places. What I do like about it though is you play different missions in different starships from different shows. So some of the missions you do as the original Enterprise, some are Deep Space Nine, some of the Next Generation, and it covers a bit of everything really. So it's pretty good in that sense. Yeah, I just need to pick up. There's 2 more PS2 Star Trek games. There's Elite Force, which I used to have on a PC years ago. I used to have the big box version, but obviously I haven't got that anymore. Which I know came out for the PS2, so I'm going to try and see if I can pick up Elite Force. And there's another game, I can't remember what that's called. But yeah, fairly decent Star Trek game. I'm not a big Trekkie or anything, but this is a lot of fun. Now the rest of the games I've got, a big pile up here, are all PS1 titles. And I've been on a bit of a PlayStation 1 kind of rush at the moment, trying to go around finding PS1 stuff. And I'm finding that it's harder to get hold of. You know, if you sort of collect games or play a lot of games, you do find that certain things get harder to find over time, or maybe get a bit easier. And there's a good time and a bad time to collect stuff. And I've noticed that PS1 games are getting sort of scarcer and scarcer, or harder to find. But I did manage to pick some up. I'll just get this big pile down. Put them in. I'll go through them one by one. So, first one was a charity shop find. I think it was £1. And I got this because I got the first game, and that is V-Rally 2. I used to love the original V-Rally. Very tricky driving game. This is great. You know, love driving games. And this is a really solid driving game. So, yeah, V-Rally 2. Another game I got, it's not something I'd played before, but this is pretty tricky, this game. I was playing this the other day, and but it's one of these games that keeps you coming back and having another go at, and it's No Fear Downhill Mountain Biking. I'll put some gameplay of this up as I'm talking about it now. Yeah, this is a really good game, actually. It's just unusual because it makes a nice change to have a driving game that isn't in a car, and this is on a mountain bike, and there's some really good courses on this, because you kind of start off in like an English village, going through the village, and there's a little red telephone box in it. But then some of the later courses is like going down snow-covered mountains, you're going through like dense woodland and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a really sort of entertaining mountain bike kind of game. So, and it's something you don't see that many of, is mountain bike games. I think there have been 1 or 2 others released. I know we did see another mountain bike game that was released on the PS1 the other day somewhere, and I nearly got it, but it wasn't a very good nick. So, but this is really entertaining mountain bike game, so it's definitely worth picking up if you can get hold of a copy. Another game, I got this actually off eBay because I love this game, and I've actually got the big box PC version of it, but it doesn't work on modern systems very well, and I wanted it so I could use it with a controller. And it's one of my favourite games. I think I did feature this on my old channel. I did put a bit of gameplay, but it's one of my favourite games ever. I was a big fan of Descent, and that's Forsaken. And this is a brilliant game. If you can pick it. This came out on the N64 as well, and it's still really good graphically. This game. The only thing I do not like about this game is you can't save your game on it. You have to. It's one of these games where you finish the level and you get a code, and you've got to write the code down, because when you turn the machine off, it just resets everything. But apart from that, which is a little annoyance, yeah, this is a great game, and I picked this off eBay for a couple of quid, just because I wanted a copy of it, and it came, and it's actually in immaculate condition. It's really good. It's a great kind of subterranean shooter like I said, along the lines of Descent. And it's a really great game and definitely worth picking up. I'm actually going to try and see if I can get a copy of Descent 2, because I know that came out on the PS1 as well. I'm not sure if Descent 1 did, but I know Descent 2 definitely came out on the PS1. Now these next set of games, what can I say? Sometimes you just walk into a shop, and sometimes if you go hunting for games like I do through charity shops and car boots and things like that, sometimes you have good days, and most of the times you have bad days, you don't find any, but now and then you have good days. And this next set of games were all in one shop, and they were all 50p each, and I was just made up when I got these. So I think it was a cash converters, and they didn't really have much in. And I don't know if cash converters or cash generators or whatever. Was it cash? No, it was cash generator. Sort of offloading games and trying to get rid of them. I don't even know if they're going to keep doing games, because the ones I've been in recently, the game section seems to get smaller and smaller. Like they're going to stop doing them. Anyway, I went in and they had the usual bucket full of PS2 stuff, and they had the Xbox 360. And I nearly missed these. And then on the way out, I spotted them. And I went over and got them. And I had a pile of PS1 games, and they're all in really good nick. And these were 50p each, and these are good finds. I managed to get the original Grand Theft Auto. It is platinum, but I don't really care, so I'm not bothered. It's totally complete. It's even got all the maps in and everything. This is 50p, Grand Theft Auto. So I've made up with that. Under Grand Theft Auto for 50p. Then Grand Theft Auto 2. Again, complete. It's got the manual and everything in. 50p. So you're talking like £1 for these two. But under that, they also had Grand Theft Auto London. Now these two, they're not hard games to get hold of, and you know, if you go on eBay, you can get them easily. But they generally go for about £5 or £6 each, and this one especially, it's pretty. You know, it's probably slightly harder to get hold of than the other two. And I found all three of them, and they were 50p each. So, and it was great because I don't have them. I mean, I've got them on Steam, but you know, again, I'm not really into playing them with a keyboard. I'd like to play them with a controller. So to get all three of them for £1.50, an absolute bargain. Another game they had for £1.50. I mean, sorry, for 50p. Was Command and Conquer Red Alert. Again, absolutely. I'm assuming this was all the same sort of seller that sold all these. Absolutely mint condition. It is the classics range, unfortunately, this one, but I'm not bothered. It doesn't bother me buying platinum or classics or whatever, as long as I've got the game and they're in good condition. Also, 50p, and this is pretty hard to get hold of, is Command and Conquer Retaliation. Great game. I just love that. I like the Command and Conquer games. I love strategy games, and I used to play these back in the day on the PC, the Command and Conquer games, so I'm a big fan of them. So yeah, Command and Conquer Retaliation. Again, it's complete. It's got both the discs in. It's got the manual. Great. And also, again, 50p. Command and Conquer, the original game, in its double case, with its original manual on both the discs, 50p. These were all from one shop. They also had what else? They had a couple more games. They had Duke Nukem. Is it Time to Kill? And I picked that up, but fortunately, when I opened it, someone had pinched the disc out of it. They had the case and everything, and had the manual in it, but didn't have the disc. I nearly bought it anyway and thought, well, I'll see if I can get a disc off eBay, but I didn't. I just left it. But that was 50p as well. But this one, 50p. So yeah, I got all them for £6. No, £3 for all them, which is just an absolute bargain. So sometimes you just have a good day, and that was a particularly good day. So, and as I'd been buying PS1 stuff anyway, I was just made up to get that. Now, only 3 more games to go. Only 3 more games to go. So, all the 2 games I bought, I actually got these from a retro game shop in Birkenhead, which is sort of near Liverpool or on the other side of the water. And I didn't particularly get these very cheap. I think they were about £3 or £4 each, and I could have got them off eBay for about the same price, but I picked them up and they were in good condition, and I thought, well, it will save me all the hassle of getting them off eBay. They're about the same price anyway, and I used to love these games, and I've been after these for a while, and that is Colony Wars, which is a great kind of space shooter. Got both discs in it. It's really good condition. That was a couple of quid. I think that was £3. And I also got Colony Wars Red Sun, which I wasn't going to buy. I only went in to get this one, but then I saw this one. And again, the only thing is this case is slightly got a slight hole on the back of it, but I can replace that. But again, it's in great condition, got the manual and everything, so yeah. And I've never played this one. I did actually play this one, and there is another one, which is the second game, which is Colony Wars of Vengeance, which I'm going to see if I can track down. I might go on eBay and get that, because you can get it for about £3.25 or £4 or something. It's not that hard to get hold of, just to complete the set. But yeah, these are great Space Simulator games. This one I've not played at all. I had a quick go on this one, and this one's really good actually. A lot of this looks like it's based over land, and it's not all at sea. Sorry, in space. So yeah, this is a really good game. And the last game I got was probably the one out of all of them I was made up to get the most. I went into, I think it was a CEX. We were on a day out with my wife. We took the little boy out again. I popped into a CEX and they had a couple of PS1 games, which is unusual because CEX don't really sell them anymore. But obviously they'd taken these in. And this was in there for, I think it was about, was it £4 or something? And I've been after this for ages. I'm going to have to try and pick up the sequel at some point. It's Fear Effect. And it's absolutely mint condition as well, apart from that tiny little scratch on the front there. It's got all the discs in. This has got 4 discs, this game. And again, I put some gameplay footage up for anyone who's not played Fear Effect. It's kind of a game in the style of Resident Evil, gameplay wise, not aesthetically. It doesn't look like Resident Evil. It's not a half survival horror. But it comes on 4 discs. Oh, one of them's falling out on me. Yeah. Comes on 4 discs and got the manual. And it's a really good sort of it's a kind of anime futuristic survival game, but not survival horror. And it's all cel shaded and everything, and it looks really good. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Blade Runner in places, but this is an absolutely fantastic game. And there is a sequel to it. I think it's called Retro Helix Fear Effect 2, which I'm gonna really have to look into try and get hold of, because these are great games. And so that's what couple of games I've managed to pick up over the last couple of weeks. So that's about it really. I do intend to start putting a little bit more content up again in the next couple of weeks. I know I've been a bit slow and I haven't done much lately. Been trying to finish some of the games off that I've actually bought and actually get around to playing some. So I have taken a little break from YouTube. But I'm definitely going to start doing some more stuff in the next week or so. Hopefully when the kids go back to school I can hammer into it and do a couple more videos. So thanks for watching. Please click like and subscribe, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye.